Hello everyone, my name is RWBY and RWBY Volume 9 will premiere on Saturday, February 18th. That is very soon. Yes, we finally have a release date. It has been a long time coming to say the least, but there are a few more details to share, so let's get into it. Rooster Teeth put out a tweet sharing the release date, and there is also a teaser video coming out soon, but this video is not discussing that teaser video because I want this to be out as fast as humanly possible. Look for a follow-up video soon, either later today or early tomorrow, to have more information about that teaser video. However, along with the release date was a statement that RWBY Volume 9 will be exclusive to Crunchyroll and will no longer be on Rooster Teeth first. Here is that full statement. Salutations fans, fandom, and everyone who has enjoyed RWBY over the years. This is the day you've waited for. RWBY Volume 9 will premiere on Saturday, February 18th, exclusively on Crunchyroll. They go into a little bit more detail about how RWBY has grown over the last couple years especially, but that they see that Crunchyroll is the best platform for the franchise to grow even further. I do have opinions on this, but I'm also going to save that for another time. I just really wanted to get this video out as fast as possible to share that RWBY Volume 9 is February 18th, on Crunchyroll. But there are a couple more orders of business to get to, such as a couple pre-release screenshots that have come out over the last couple weeks. Quite a few voice actors and crew members posted new Volume 9 screenshots to social media. The voices of Team RWBY posted one each for their own characters. Blake and Yang appear in a similar setting, though the colors are off, so maybe it might not be the exact same scene. Weiss is standing in front of what looks to be a giant crystal that would otherwise be found in Salem's domain, the Land of Darkness, and RWBY is in some odd room with objects lining the walls. And also, Weiss, Blake, and Yang are tiny and they are sat inside of RWBY's hood. Now, whether RWBY is giant or the rest of her team is tiny remains to be seen. Then there were also some screenshots of RWBY walking through the Enchanted Forest section with large bioluminescent plants that we had seen before, and that weird neon Cheshire cat is following her, scuttering upside down along a vine. Then, a distant wide shot of a civilization with red patchwork foliage and a green sky. And then, RWBY and that cat are together still, walking through the inside of a distorted hallway. At one point, I had thought that Volume 9 would premiere on April 1st, which is both April Fool's Day and the Rooster Teeth Company anniversary. I was certain enough to the point where I had actually tweeted it out. Once I had learned that that day fell on a Saturday, it seemed almost certain, or at least certain enough to tweet about it. But oh well, I'm very happy that I'm wrong because Volume 9 is premiering even earlier. Again, RWBY has been on hiatus for a while. It was a long road to get here. So here's a recap of exactly what's happened in all that time. Volume 8 finished airing in March of 2021. Typically, the next volume's release date would be announced in the following July at RTX. But RTX 2021 came and went with a non-committal message from supervising producer Laura Yates.
So, Volume 9, we're in production, and we're not quite ready to share Volume 9's release date yet. We promise we will the moment we know, though, but production's been going well.
Then, on August 26th, 2021, producer Joey Clary put out a statement on behalf of the crew, sharing that a 2022 release date was ahead of them instead of a fall 2021 one. And funny story, Joe Clary's Twitter account doesn't exist anymore. The link to that tweet is broken, and the Twitter handle now belongs to an account that was created last month. I still have the link to that tweet in the description though, not like it matters, but it is there. Anyway, after that tweet, as time went on, further and further and further, the RWBY community kind of just collectively assumed that Volume 9 would be pushed back an entire year, and so that it would air in the fall of 2022 instead, something like an October or November release date, just pushed back an entire year. And I had even put out a video at that time to help people understand when they might announce more information. I basically ended that video with RTX 2022 will have all of the answers if nothing else does. I legitimately thought that that would be enough, that we would get a concrete release date on July 1st, which is now almost 7 months ago. Because every RTX since RWBY has existed, that's exactly where they announced the release date. And actually for Volumes 1 and 2, the premieres themselves were at RTX. But then RTX 2022 happened that next July, and at the end of that teaser trailer was an announcement for early 2023 instead. Okay, and why is that exactly? They had revealed that there would be a Justice League and RWBY crossover movie, which they later revealed was 2 movies, so the delay became more understandable, but it was still unprecedented. And it wasn't just those 2 movies that delayed it, but also the production's rigging team that gives the 3D models their bones for the animators to animate, basically. That team went through some production crunch caused by poor management, and that delayed the volume even further. But, okay, what then? When are we going to get the release date? And what exactly would early 2023 be? On December 30th, 2022, right before the new year, Kerry Shawcross put out a journal entry saying that sometime in January, the following month, they would announce the release date. More specifically, he said, "The release date will be coming soon, and I don't just mean soon, but more like we'll have more info for you in January, soon." And at that point, I figured the announcement would come sometime in mid to late January, and here we are. We finally know that RWBY Volume 9 will premiere on February 18th. That does it. As always, all my sources are linked in the description below. Like and subscribe to stay up to date on further news for RWBY Volume 9, which again will premiere on February 18th. I'll see you next time. I'm RWBY Rising. Have a good one.